Okay guys, hello, welcome back. Today we are taking a look at another ZvT that I played yesterday, and I will be spawning in the bottom left corner on Zen LE, while my opponent, the Red Terran, will be spawning in the top right corner of Zen LE. Now I'll be taking a look at this game because this game I open up with a 3 roach opener. So right now I'm just trying to experiment with different builds, just trying to learn even more what I can do against both Terran and Preface, just to be a better player overall. And yeah, that's why I wanted to learn 3 roach opener, because it seems pretty good, because as a Zerg you generally are a defender, at least for the first couple of minutes, and only then you actually get to do something. But with the 3 roach opener, you actually get to be the aggressor, although not like committing to aggression, just like slightly committing. You're not really all-inning or going full on aggression, but just slight aggression, just to throw the Terran off the game at least, or maybe to actually do something. But yeah, so for the 3 roach opener, I will be going for a 17 pool, and then a 17 hatchery and a 17 extractor, and I'll be mining all the gas. Anyway, my opponent does scout that I will be going for pool first. Yeah, there we go. He actually doesn't see the pool either. Anyway, so my lings are out. They're trying to see if there's an SV here. Although they didn't go to the third, that's my bad. I probably should have went there and check and maybe kill it first. Anyway, with the pool first opener, you usually get to attack, deny, or delay the CC if your Terran opponent actually did build the CC on the low ground. Now, finally, this Reaper will come. He does see my Roach Warren. Yep. So he thinks that I'm going all in, but I'm not. Anyway, his reaction will be, well, you know, nothing so far, because he can't really do anything. Luckily, he does have this Marine out, so sometimes Terran will usually skip the Marine even, and then you can really delay the CC. But luckily for him, he actually did have a Marine, so I traded with the Marine for 2 lings and delayed the CC for just several seconds, which isn't really a lot, but it adds up. Anyway, so I'm only going for 3 roaches, which is really not, it's not a lot. And the Terran doesn't know that if I'm going for 3 roaches, or am I going for like 10 roaches or 20. But yeah, so far he just scouted a roach warren, and now he'll see, oh look, there's like piles. He actually pulls off the SCVs. He still doesn't have a starport, even though he does have the resources. Anyway, even this is just lost mining time, which is crucial, especially early game when there's only very little workers out. Anyway, I'm not actually doing a whole lot. I'm just trying to delay and throw him off. Anyway, he does scan my overlord. He does kill it with the cyclone too. And back home, I actually killed this SCV with a drone, and I'm trying to expand with the 3rd hatchery. I have 3 queens injecting all the time. I built a layer, double gas here, and I will be going for a spire in just several seconds. And on the other side of the map, the cyclone is killing basically all my roaches and ravager for, well, almost free. My roaches will damage the cyclone, but they're not really able to kill it. Anyway, usually or sometimes a banshee may come out, so that's why I'm building safety spores. I can delay it a bit as well, because usually with 2 cyclones out, the Terran won't actually have enough gas to go for the Banshee as well. So after all of this, the game actually feels quite standard. Yeah, the only thing different is that I sort of throw him off his game, so he still doesn't know what I'm doing. So if we look at his vision, he only sees 2 hatcheries, and that's basically it. He doesn't even see the layer nor the spire. He does go for a relatively fast command center, third command center. Yeah, it's just to come back even faster, just because he defended my relative aggression early on. And yep, there's a spire. I'm already going for 6 mutalisks. My third is almost fully saturated on the minerals, and these mutalisks can actually deal with these 4 cyclones. Yeah, I actually have a few roaches as well. He won't be able to kill my third. Nice try, but yeah. I'm just trying to kite, so the lock-on actually breaks when you lose sight, and yeah, I'm trying to kill them, and I did manage to kill all 4 of them, which is insane value for me. Anyway, trying to deal some damage on the refinery. That's always annoying, just delaying gas, especially because he's a mech player. So mech players really need that gas, and if you're able to delay the gas, then you're in a really good spot. And back home, I'm building a hydra and infestation pit, and I'm going for range and carapace. So usually against mech you don't need carapace, but I still think that carapace it's always good, it's always nice. Already expanding for the 4th, and I'm trying to expand a creep as well, but it's quite difficult to micro the mutas and expand a creep. Anyway, I see that he's either moving out. Yeah, I think I even see the expansion. Yeah. Okay, so that I know that he has 3 bases now. I know that his army is here, so I will attack with mutalisks in his main, trying to get the reactor. So reactor is always better target than attack lab because it takes a lot longer to build, and it's super annoying for the Terran, especially because I lose 1 mutalisk for that, which is always worth it. Well, it's relatively worth it. Anyway, my drone count is growing. I'm up to 70 drones, and I'm going for pathogen glands, all the upgrades for hydralisk as well, and I will be saturating my 4th as well, going in for another try at the main. This time getting a attack lab, which is again so annoying for the Terran, because you see that he's not producing from these factories, which is not great. A little bit of a skirmish here with this battle mech composition. My roach hydras defend this quite well, especially because my creep is decent. And against battle mech, the fungal is amazing. Yeah, I realized that I forgot metabolic boost, so yeah, metabolic boost 2-2 on the way. I'm actually ahead on the upgrades versus Terran, which is quite rarely seen, but the feeling as a Zerg player is insane. I'm going for neural and hive, and I'm getting my 5th, so a really good worker count is 80, so I'm really glad that I hit that and I'm basically maxed, while the Terran is only 140 supply, and with the upgrades behind. And does he have a fort? Doesn't even have a fort. Again, great stuff. So right now, this is going to be a little bit annoying because I'm caught out of position, and these cyclones will actually deal a lot of damage to me. Especially because they manage to snipe out the hatchery and they can just move out. And yeah. And when I react, the Vikings actually come in and kill another hatchery, which is even more annoying. And yeah. Anyway, because he doesn't have Vikings at home, I try to see if I can do something at his base, but he does have a lot of tanks, and I back out. It's just not worth it. Anyway, I'm going back home to deal with the Vikings. I do have like a couple of hydras on the way, but that's not gonna be enough. Not fast enough. Anyway, here's the rest of my army, and this will at least defend against the Vikings for now. It won't be able to kill them because Vikings are so fast and I'm a creep. But yeah, they didn't actually deal that much damage to me except for damaging the hatchery, but that's fine as long as they don't kill it. And again, the cyclones killing this hatchery again is so annoying. As a Zerg player, this is incredibly annoying. He's even killing my drones here. And finally, I'm able to kill at least 3 of them with the abducts. So that's usually my preferred composition, with just massing hydras and then having a lot of vipers as well. Sometimes I would go for several infestors depending on his Thor count. So right now he doesn't have any Thors, and usually you want to neural the Thors because they are quite close to you, while the tanks are way further back and they can still attack. And they're really difficult to reach with infestors. Plus, when the Terran scans, it is almost impossible to reach with a neural, because neural has like range of 7 while the siege tank has a range of 12, so yeah, it's almost impossible. Anyway, he snipes this hatchery again. So far he killed 4 of my hatcheries. He does see several corruptors. So, corruptors are really good for defending vipers because sometimes Thor would focus the corruptors if they're in front of the vipers, and corruptors are cheaper than vipers, at least in terms of gas, so that's always good. Anyway, I finally cleared the Vikings. Now I did leave several like roaches and hydras on the other side of the map, just because I didn't want to lose the hatchery for the 3rd time against those cyclones. And I do see that there's an approaching army here, so that's why I position all of my army here. And I'm not really maxed out, but it doesn't really matter. This is amazing blinding cloud. This blinding cloud actually missed those 3 tanks, which is pretty bad for me. Anyway, I try to kite back with the vipers so that my hydras can maybe focus the vipers, or the Vikings, but I didn't actually do it. Anyway, I managed to clear this quite easily, and I even neuraled a Thor there. And now I'm just trying to press on, see if he does have enough to kill my army, which he actually doesn't. I managed to kill the planetary also. This scan is hilarious because why would he scan since my infestors are not burrowed, and why would he scan even more? It just doesn't make sense. Anyway, back home, halberds are killing my hatcheries again. So they killed 1 hatchery, in the top left corner, but I didn't manage to kill this hatch, which is great. Now I'm down to 64 workers, so I managed to rebuild my economy up to 75 workers. I managed to get this base and this base up. Although he does send even more Hellions just to be annoying. I'm not really sure why my army's at home, but anyway, I'll be there. So I actually already have a 3-3, while my opponent still isn't 2-2. Which again, the feeling is amazing. Again, he just kills my drones, and it's so annoying as a third player. Anyway, I'm still rebuilding drones. I rebuilt like 12 drones, so that I'm back to 80. Again, 80 is pretty good saturation. It's almost perfect. Maybe you want to go to 90 depending on your playstyle. Anyway, I don't know why these marines are just walking here in the middle of a creek. Just random win of mine. It's weird. Anyway, another engagement over here with mass hydras and what, 7 vipers and 3 infestors. Anyway, a blinding cloud the tanks, basically all of the tanks. Blinding cloud again. I abduct some of the tanks as well, and then I blinding cloud again. And yeah, I just stutter step now, and yeah, that's actually a pretty easy cleanup. And back home, he's still killing my drones with hellbats, because that's what Terran Mech does, even though I did have some static defense there. Now I'm trying to kill his CC, there we go. I see he has this base, so I will try to kill this base as well. The least I can do is kill the SCVs. Now the orbital actually flies away, which is okay, whatever. Yeah, the hellbats managed to kill this base again. But my bank is insane. But I actually don't want to commit too much against the Terran because I don't want to throw the game. Even though at this point I'm pretty sure I will win almost 100% of the time. But still, I want to be careful, I want to be methodical about it. So now I know that I cleared all of his bases here, so I presume he's expanding here. I don't know that, but I presume he will do that. My creep spread could have been better, but yeah. Now, since he killed my workers again, I actually didn't rebuild them. I'm rebuilding them now because it just feels slow, and I'm taking this base too because why not? I'm also upgrading adrenal glands. I have lurker den and all the upgrades on the lurkers. And yeah, luckily my army was here, so this wasn't really that efficient at all. He just lost Hellions, some of them. And I did use some changelings, and I want to scout the map. So I'm gonna go all around the map, see where he is. I see his army here, and his expansions are here, so this is where I will attack, as you can see. Now I did build some evolution chambers here, just so that my vipers can suck on the sweet energy. And yep, I kill his command center, pretty good for me. And here we go, another engagement with, what is that, 9 vipers, and the rest are hydras. So parasitic bomb, blinding clouds, and another blinding cloud, and an abduct. Yep, and here we go. And yeah, now I kill this expansion as well, and yep, he decides to leave. Anyway, I really hoped you enjoyed this game as well as I did. Yeah, I know that this started as a 3 roach opener and then it branched off into a Hydra Viper versus Mech, which I really love to fight versus Mech because I really love to use Vipers, and Hydras they're okay unit. Against Mech they're really good, especially with the combination with Viper. Anyway, again, thank you for watching, and yep, see you in the next video.